Hello and welcome! Yes, I'm back! I'm back! What do you say, Malroth? Wait, he looks away. Lulu? Nah. They're like dogs or something. When you look at them, they look away. Alright. How are you, little cutie? Yeah, you're a cutie. Yeah, I've been back for a while, but now I'm back. And yeah, some of you might even say, "It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!" And some of you might already noticed, stuff looks a bit different here. What's going on here? Let's investigate. So we have some pizzas. It's pizza slime.
Pizza time.
Slime, not time. And wait, let's take a look at Lulu's house. Lulu? What is this about? Yeah. Some of you may have already seen this. I posted it in the community tab on YouTube. There I made some updates on the modding process about editing textures. Yeah, it's now possible. Yay! Finally! Wait, I need to cheer. Yay! Yeah, they are also happy. So, but how can we do this? This video is about showing you everything you need to know on doing your own textures. So maybe you can come up with some really great stuff. And I've also opened a little thread on GBATemp. I will link to it in the description down below. And there will also be all the tools you'll need for editing textures. If you don't have Photoshop, you can also use Gimp. I will show you how. And will get back to me once I've edited a texture and implemented it into Dragon Quest Builders 2. So take over, Big Ben. Yes, hello, Big Ben here. I better use my normal voice. Yeah, as you can see, I have already created some folders and I've zipped it and put it into the description and on GBATemp forums. There you can find everything you need, and I already numbered it, so you know in which order you need to use them. So if you have Photoshop installed, you will have to install this NVIDIA texture tools for Adobe Photoshop, because then you can edit the textures, otherwise Photoshop doesn't recognize them. Or if you can't afford Photoshop, you can also use Gimp. It already comes pre-installed with all these DDS plugins. Oh, and I almost forgot. We have to thank Turtle Insect again. Yeah, he's still working on a few additional updates for the modding scene for Dragon Quest Builders 2. Thanks to him, we finally can edit textures and re-import them back into the game. He gave us this Linkdata Browser. Let's open it. It looks like this. But before we get into that, I'll explain what the Linkdata is all about. You can find the link data inside your Dragon Quest Builders 2 folder, and this is normally inside Plate C, Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Dragon Quest Builders 2. There you'll find the link data bin and the link data IDX. The link data IDX file is basically an index file which tells you which files are inside the link data bin stored. So if you could look inside the linked data file, it would look like a folder ranging from 0 all the way to 95,014. Yeah, there are a lot of files inside Dragon Quest Builders 2. But for now, here are the most interesting files. I already named them, so you know which number corresponds to which item or texture, etc. And those files inside the linked data are all compressed in a very, very difficult compression format. I think it's 7-zip or something, I don't know. But luckily, Turtle Insect gave us this tool. With this, we want to open the linked data file. So let's go to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Dragon Quest Builders 2. And there we have the linked data IDX file. Open it. And here you can see all the files inside this linked data. So let's put it over here. So we have those as references. So now let's go to 2659. Here are all the block textures stored. Let's export it. This will be an IDX ZRC file. So now this will take some time. You can check by clicking around a bit. And once the circle disappears, you know it's done. So it's done, and now we go to the tab IDX_ZRC. And we want to select the file we just exported. Open it, and now simply click Unpack, and also save it in the same folder. This will take a little while, but once it's done, we can go back inside the folder, and we want to rename this file, which we just unpacked, G1T. This is a texture suffix for textures inside the game. But this one is not a texture by itself, it's like a texture container. And for this, we have the G1T extract tool. We simply want to take this texture and put it inside there and leave. Then it will extract all the textures, and we have a new folder called the same as the texture file. And we can also rename it to block textures. Now, when we go inside, you'll see all the texture files. Let's take the first and open it in Photoshop. So this is what it looks like. This is basically the texture file for all the basic blocks like grass, earth and stone. What can we do now with this texture? We can import any other texture inside this and save it again as this texture and re-import it into the game. Let's say we want to make a Minecraft block. Yeah, I know, Minecraft looks not so good, but it's interesting to see what Minecraft looks inside Dragon Quest Builders 2. So the textures are normally placed like 64 by 64 blocks away from the border, but not at the edge of the texture. There it's completely at the edge. So for example, let's make a little grid. Like this, and then the texture would be right here. 128 by 128 pixels big. The top row of those textures is normally the one which is at the top and the bottom of the block, and the ones at the bottom are normally the ones at the side. Yeah, very simple to remember. Then you can also take this over here, make another line, and then simply you want to take this and make the grid, so you know where you can place the textures. Like this. But now let's get back to the grass texture. Let's make it 128 by 128. Make some lines. And you'll notice, wait, the grass texture only has one top. Why are there different ones? Yeah, the reason for that is it alternates between different textures, so it doesn't repeat itself too often. So sometimes you have a few grass leaves, sometimes a few more, and that's why there are different ones. And I think the bottom of the block will also be taken from this file, which will be then like this row. I believe that we'll test this out. So let's also make a line over here. So these are basically the side views of the grass block. So remember, 64 away from the corner and 128 pixels big. Now let's take something which resembles the Minecraft block. And also, as you can see here, some of the things I did for the other textures, like the PS5 box or the pizza box, the companion cube, and there are still a few more planned, like the question block from Super Mario, and Minecraft Steve said we can also do that. So, but for now, let's go into the grass block. I already got them from the web, and open them in Photoshop, like this. And what we want to do, we want to resize them back to 128 by 128. And for this, we want to use the options like pixel repetition, or what it's called in English. Yeah, sorry, I'm using the German version. But the other ones that make the surface very smooth and not very pixely. So we want to use this. That looks a lot sharper. Do it, and now we have the Minecraft block in the right size. Let's take the selection tool, select all with Ctrl A, and Ctrl C will copy it, and Ctrl V will paste it. Now we got it inside here, and we simply want to put it on top of the normal grass texture. Now simply copy and paste. Let's take all the three, copy it, and move it over. Yeah, this is a texture. I would also recommend to put them at the side, like copy it, put it over here, and remove everything that's sticking out, because otherwise you will have some seams inside the texture, inside the game. Also this, and remove. Now we want to take the top part, which is this one, resize it, 128, take it, copy, put it over, and do the same over here. Like this. And now we also need to use the earth block. Resize it to 128, take it, copy it over, and put it in here. And this one we can put all the way to the edge of the picture, because this one won't have the 64 security spacing, I don't know what to call it, and also duplicate it. Like this. And now I'll also do the part where it sticks out. Like this, and like this. Oh, and this one is too far off, it needs to be here. Remove this, and remove this. Let's take this one, put it over here, and remove, and last but not least, let's take it over here, remove, and remove. There we got the earth block and grass block for Minecraft done. This is what it looks like. Yeah, they're very, very pretty. And now we want to select all the layers, like this, with Shift and left click. And now we want to reduce them to one layer, like this. And now we can save as, and as you can see here, data file, DDS, NVIDIA Texture Tools Exporter, DDS. Very important. Now you can either overwrite the original texture or save it as a different one. The name of the texture doesn't matter. So let's just overwrite. Yes, I want to. And now this window will pop up. The only thing you need to do here is select Format BC3. Because this will tell you, save the image using BC3, aka DXT4 or DXT5. And as you can see, we have this thing over here, DXT5. This will tell us what type of texture this is. So if you don't know, if you forget which one it is, simply search for DXT5. And I know there are also some textures which get exported, which are named DXT1 or something. You can also save them as DXT5. Personally, I haven't run into any issues at all with this texture format. And let's save it. So now it got overwritten and we have the Minecraft texture in there. Oh, and there are also other things you can edit as well, not just the blocks, but also the decorative item textures, which are in here. And there's one curious thing about them, which I will show you now. Just let us take the Book of Blueprints, for example. And as you can see, the texture is very transparent. What you need to do is just copy it over down here, take both, copy it, and reduce to one layer with Ctrl E. Just press it a few times, and then it looks like this. And there's still some transparency, so we do it again. Ctrl E. And now you can edit it and save it over. It will look the same in the game. I don't know why it's so transparent. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, you can also change out the item icons. For example, like 00795. And there I changed something. Here is a portrait of the princess. And here's my version. Also portrait of the princess, but the real princess. Yeah, you've heard me.
Perfection.
Oh, and if you want to save this texture in Gimp, then simply click File, Export As, select File Type by extension, then click on DDS image. I don't know which one, I think the first one. Export. And then it will ask you which compression you want to use. There you'll choose BC3 DXT5 and simply export. That's all you have to do. And now we want to go inside the last tool, the QG1T tool, which is also over here, and open it. Now you want to open the G1T texture container, which is this one, which we haven't extracted yet. Open it. And now you have all the textures inside there, and as you can see at the bottom right, you have all the textures which you can select. These are like the normal maps, which will tell the texture how high something is on the block, with light effects and everything. Texture 2, normal map for texture 2, and the third texture of all the blocks. There are also all the DLC files in there. They simply put them somewhere. But let's go to texture 0. which we just edited, and click at the bottom on Replace Browse. Now we can select the texture which we just exported, which is text 0, open it, and you will notice once we open this, this gets changed. Like this. And now you got the texture inside the G1T file. Because as soon as you replace it, it will also save the file. So you can close it. Yeah, and this file is now modded and we can put it back into the link data. But before we do that, I would recommend to make a backup of your Linkdata IDX and linkdata.bin. Very important, because if you do something wrong, you have to re-download or something, but it's best to make a backup. So now we want to go back inside the Linkdata Browser and we want to pack the G1T file which we just created. So select it, open, and click pack. This will also take a while. And once it's done, it will ask you to save an IDX.zrc file. Simply overwrite the one we just exported before we got into Photoshop and save. Yes, I'm sure. And now that we got this file, now it's recompressed, so the link data file knows what it is. We go back into the IDX tab, and let's see which file is it. It's 02659, which we also selected, and we want to import. And we take the file we just saved. Open. This will also take a few seconds or even minutes, so be patient. So now that it's done, you may have noticed that the numbers below here changed, because this is basically like the starting point of the byte where the file is located, and now it got a bit bigger or smaller, it doesn't matter, but now it will write different numbers where the other ones start, so it's at the right point everywhere, and it's very complicated, I'm sorry, but this way the link data file will recognize the new file, it doesn't get an error or something. So let's close it. And now that this is done, let's get back into the game. And let's see if it works. Well, I know it works, but just to make it a bit more exciting. Aura 2, nice picture. Like. So we're back, and as you can see, some blocks revert back to their natural state, because I have overwritten them now with the one where only the Minecraft block has been altered. And as you can see, it works! We have Minecraft blocks. Wait, let's see. Wait, that's the wrong one. This one. Yeah, and as you can see, even the bottom is really earthy, and the top and everything. Yeah, now we have a Minecraft block. Yay! Oh, and if you've noticed, there is a little normal map on top there. Can you see the little streaks on top of this block? I don't know if you can see it. Wait, maybe here? Only a bit. But if you want to get rid of this, or create your own ones, yeah, I think I might make a separate video for that. But if you want to get rid of it, simply open up the normal map right beside the normal texture. This is called a normal map. Open it. And let's just copy over the blocks we just created. Copy it. And now paste it at the exact same spot. Now we know where the normal maps are for this block. Let's fill it with black so you know what we have inside this file. So here we have the blocks, and behind it you can see the grass texture. Now we want to remove it. We simply press Ctrl and left click on this layer. And we delete this part of the image, like this. And remove the black background again. And now you can save this as BC3, aka DXT5, and save. And now it will have this part removed. Yeah, this is basically all you have to do to alter the textures inside the game. And once you get used to it, it will be a matter of a minute or something, and you have a new texture. And once you have done this and you're very proud of your creation, you can share it on GBATemp, where I created a thread. Wait, there we are going to now. Here we are on GBATemp, and this is a thread I created. There I also tell you again what you need to do. And there I will also tell you how you can recreate the companion cube from Portal 2. There are the files attached. And if you want to share your files, you can simply reply or make a new post over here and attach your files in here. and then you can share all the files with the world. Yeah, this link will also be in the description, so you know where you can go to if you want to share your files. Yeah, and here you can see the companion cube even glows, because it's one of those light bricks. Let's see what color it is. So here we have white, black is the companion cube, purple is an energon cube from Transformers, pink I haven't done yet, red not. This is only a little test where the textures are. And yellow is a very ugly looking question block from Super Mario. Yeah, and this is everything for now. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. I don't know how many videos I will put out in the coming days, weeks, month. But if you post your own creations inside the GBATemp thread, and they are very interesting ones, I think I'll make a new video and show them off. I can't wait what you guys come up with, and yeah, just let your imagination run wild. And yeah, for now, this is it. So I hope you all have a good day, morning or evening, or a very good night. Like I'm having right now. Until then, bye! Yay, totally new textures, yay! What can we build with this? Maybe I should do the Minecraft Steve's head next. So it looks like I beheaded him. We'll see.